We're now looking at the conjugate pairs theorem. Let f at x be a polynomial function whose coefficients are real numbers. If we have a complex zero for the polynomial function, we'll call it z. Then its complex conjugate, we'll call that z bar, which is a minus bi, must also be a zero of f at x. And just as a reminder, the notation z bar means the conjugate of z. So if we have a plus bi as one of the zeros to a polynomial function, then its complex conjugate, a minus bi, must also be a zero. To illustrate this theorem, let's look at an example. We're told that a fifth degree polynomial has the zeros positive 1, 5i, and I plus 1. Well, this is 3 of the zeros of the polynomial, but we know that a fifth degree polynomial must have 5 zeros. 2 of the given zeros are complex zeros, which means that their complex conjugates must also be 0. So if we have x is equal to 5i as one of the zeros, then its complex conjugate, which is negative 5i, must also be a 0. If we have x is equal to 1 plus I, I'm switching that to being 1 plus I instead of I plus 1, which is the same thing, then its complex conjugate, 1 minus I, must also be a 0. Remember, in order to get the conjugate of a complex number, we switch the sign on the imaginary piece. Of course, x is equal to 1 is also a 0, but that's a real number. And now we have all 5 of the zeros that we were expecting from a fifth degree polynomial.